Let's review this Lenovo notebook T440S with touchscreen. Here is the headphone jack. Here is the USB port and the Internet LAN port. Over there is the VGA output. Now let's take a look at the other side. Now on this side we have the power, the AC plug to recharge the computer, two USB ports, a mini HDMI, and of course the cooling fan slots. Okay, let's have a look at the specifications for this Lenovo computer. As you can see on the screen, there you can see it is a Intel Core i7 4600U CPU. They say a 2.1 gigahertz with a maximum of 2.69 gigahertz. Although if you run the spec, a search on the on Google on the CPU, you will see it's a dual core CPU with 4 threads. The base frequency is 2.1 gigahertz with a maximum frequency of 3.3 gigahertz, which is not bad. It makes it quite a nice computer. But now if we go down a little bit further, we look at the installed memory. Now on this computer I have upgraded the memory because it comes standard I think with a 4 gig memory, and I increased it to 12 gigabytes. Unfortunately, it's only got one slot, so you can only increase maximum to 12 gigabytes. You cannot go any bigger than that. That is a very big disadvantage of this computer. We will talk about the pros and the cons a little bit later on about this computer. So as you can see here, it's running on a Windows 10, and I must say the speed is really not too bad. It is okay. It's acceptable. Good. We have come so far already. Let's talk about the pros and the cons about the Lenovo ThinkPad computer. The pros, quickly, as I've got them on the screen, you can see the very first and big advantage I think the computer has. It is very compact, quite small, and not too heavy, which makes it very nice for a notebook to carry around and to use different places, etc. The other good advantage is it's an Intel Core i7, not like many things I see lately, Celeron i7 and AMD i7. I don't know, it's just not the same as the Intel i7 for some reason. I don't know why, but the Intel i7 is the only good one in my opinion, put it like that. And another big advantage of this one, this specific ThinkPad that I've got, it's a touchscreen. In the beginning I wasn't too fond or too keen on the touchscreen, but I must say as you get used to using it, it does really become a good feature of it. Now with that said, let's move on to the cons. Let's look at some of the disadvantages of this computer. Of course, the biggest disadvantage is the fact that it's got an integrated graphics card. This puts, how must I put it to you, it puts a lot of pressure onto the main CPU, which makes a computer only good for small, simple tasks. As the minute you start doing complex, even animations like this one, it just becomes too complex and it slows the computer down, and sometimes the CPU is so overloaded it just cannot do the task. That reason alone is to me a very big no. The other next one is the RAM, of course. You can only go up to 12 gig RAM. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a big difference between 12 gig and 16 gig, but you know that 4 gig RAM makes a huge difference at the end of the day. And of course, the next small thing, not too big but small, is the mini HDMI port. You know, you have to start carrying extra gadgets around with you now to be able to plug it into a HDMI projector or wherever you want to use it. It would be better with a normal standard size HDMI port. Now, with that said, I think we have talked about the pros about it, and this is just the cons, things that which I personally wouldn't like to buy it for, because it might fulfill your needs today, but as time goes by your needs change, and it's better to spend a little bit more and make sure you're buying a computer that can really handle it. I mean, if Lenovo would have put a dedicated graphics card like the NVIDIA in this computer, I think it would be a great computer to have, because I've also put in a 1 terabyte SSD storage device, which really makes this computer, I mean, a nice machine to have. Only if it had a dedicated graphics card, hell man, it would have been a great machine to have. Let's move on to the summary and my final opinion. This brings us to the end of this review on the Lenovo ThinkPad. Personally, just my opinion, as I mentioned in the cons, just because this computer cannot really do complex tasks, it slows down a lot, and in many cases it just cannot do it. And even when the game is a little bit complex, you will not be able to play the game or make the game on it. Now, I know that in many cases your needs today will not be for that, but you never know in future what you want to use it for. And it's just worthwhile to spend a little bit more money and get a machine or a computer, a notebook that can do more than what you really require from it, as you do not know what you'll be needing it for tomorrow. With that said, everything here is just my own personal opinion, and yes, looking forward to see you in the next review. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to click on the link below, go to my website, go to the shop page. There you can view some nice computers at very good prices. I have shopped around to bring you some of the best machines available at the cheapest possible prices. Have a look. Thanks very much. Looking forward to seeing you in your next video.